Simple speed radar is surprisingly good. It's also relaxing as well. I'm going to show you why in today's video. Well, hello there guys, welcome back to the channel. We're doing a brief demo on a really cool plugin. At least I think it's pretty cool. It's called Simple Speed Radars by Able Gaming. It's a very rewarding, very relaxing at the same time because it reminds me of really good old school traffic policer, and there's a reason for that. And Able Gaming has taken some of the source code from Albo 1125's traffic policer. Some of you guys may remember that, especially if you've been playing LSPDFR a really long time and you're considered a OG of LSPDFR. That is right. We're going to extend this out with our number pad keys, and then over to above to the left of the screen, you're going to start seeing the speed radar. And I'm going to show you some really cool things you can do with this. You can move way back here if you want. And then I've got my lock time set for about 90 seconds, and I'm going to show you why. We got one speeding way down there. Oh man, how did we get that guy? That is amazing. I don't know how we got this guy, but look on the screen to the top left. Yeah, so then we would tag him, and then we would be able to pull him over like that. That's what I like about it, is that it shoots radar from a pretty good distance. And then the cool thing is, too, in my opinion, you can see the plate number, everything on the screen. I'm going to use another plugin here called Custom Pullover. Get on pullover a little bit. You'll notice that the model number matches everything, and the plate number is identical, which is what you need. All right, so that's how that would work, and then of course you get out. Okay. That's not ideal. What are you doing? What the f? Oh, what?
Please don't make me call the station chief.
What? What was that? I've never seen that before. Okay, guys, I'm gonna show you something really cool. Something that we have to do in order for this thing to really look cool for the demo like this. We're gonna take all cars out of the game for a second. And there's a reason why I'm doing that. It's because the AI suck at driving, okay? But I'm gonna show you something kind of cool that Texas does. I'm not sure about any other state. Let me know if they do. Yeah, they'll position like this, and then they'll shoot radar over the highway. Let me know if your state does that. I'm sure they do. Probably like Oklahoma, Arkansas, right? I'm sure they do, right? But Texas is very sneaky. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. We're gonna do one right down there, and we're going to push it way out here. But notice what it's doing. It's way off the ground. If you have to, position your car wherever you want. Remember, the radar is not gonna move until you tell it to move. So like right here, right? And I would strongly encourage you to do this, by the way. Let's push it out here. And now let's back a little bit more right there. Perfect. And then we're going to lower this down. And then notice that the color will change as you get to the ground. See that right there? That way you know that it's on the ground. And it's a 60-mile-an-hour freeway or 60-mile-an-hour zone, but my radar is set to about 73. There we go. We got one right there. It's a bison pulling the trailer. See that? So he's speeding pretty good too. We'll catch up to him right down here. The cool thing is you got the model number. See the model number? And I can turn my radar off now. See, I took it off. It's deactivated. But notice I've got it on the screen for about 90 seconds. It allows me to catch up to him, and then we can pull him over. If you guys are into really good exclusive content, stuff that people just don't show too much on YouTube, there's a lot of cool features that we can do with all this content that you just normally do not see on YouTube. People just have not done a lot of tutorials on this kind of stuff, stuff like this right here. So be sure to check out Patreon. That video right there will come shortly, so stay tuned. And then put it down to the ground a little bit, not right there. That way it looks a little more eye appealing, right? And then go ahead and cut my engine as well. But I have mine set for about 90 seconds. The default, I do believe, is 30 seconds. And I like the 90 seconds because it allows me to catch up to the driver. It also allows me to kind of memorize the model number. And then also if I need to reposition my car to go after them, just like that guy. Talk about good timing, right? He just took a right. See, I would have missed that. See on my mini map? And it's a Carbonizar. I'm not worried about the plate number, but look at the speed, 76. Carbonizar. And look at this. This looks awesome, man, because we're on a back country road now. And we caught him on the highway. To me, this is very relaxing. I love this. And then you gotta love the lights too, man. So cool. So you have the model number and the plate number, but the plate number, you know, you can get that off of the screen to the left, and you can also get that plate number, you know, within the call out interface. That's the plate that you see next to the mini map. And then also, if you look where it says status available underneath the plate, see that right there? There's another plate right there in case you forget the plate number. You get that with Grammar Police. And so you can close the window too, as to keep the, I do believe it's to keep the radar system from locking you onto other vehicles. That's going to wrap up the demo for Simple Speed Radar. And I hope you guys enjoyed the demo. If you just came here to see the demo, then thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you want to see how to install it, really easy how to install it and how to configure it, I'll show you how to do it in this part of the video coming up. Now, to install Simple Speed Radar by Able Gaming, it's rather simple. You're going to download it from the LSPDFR.com site, which I'll provide the link. Next, we're going to pull up our main game directory. This is where your ELS, if you have that installed, your mods folder, your plugins folder, and we're going to be installing it right into there. So let's open up this Simple Speed Radar, and you'll notice there's a folder in here called Simple Speed Radar. There's a plugins folder right there. Let's go ahead and open this up, and then we're going to open up the plugins folder to the left, and it's a simple drag and drop procedure. Remember, we're inside the Grand Theft Auto 5 folder and the plugins folder. Take these two files and just drag it right into there, and you just installed it. Now let's take a look at the INI. This is the config file that you'll need to kind of manipulate a little bit. Right down here at the very bottom of your plugins folder, let's double click INI. If you don't see the .ini, come up here to your file explorer, go to view, go to show, and then make sure that the file name extensions is checked off. You don't have to, but it just kind of identifies that it's an INI file. At the very bottom of the screen, you can go ahead and open up this Simple Speed Radar. It should double click into Notepad. If it doesn't, right click, go to open with, and then select Notepad. I'm going to go ahead and double click. These are the default keys for Simple Speed Radar. You can always change these if you like. The toggle radar key is the F5 key. The toggle speed window has to do with detecting speed through the actual radar itself, meaning you can open and close the window of the actual speed radar. To move the radar, respectively, it's going to be number pad 4, 6, 8, and 2. To raise it, you're going to be number pad 9. To lower the speed radar, it'd be the number pad 3 key. As shown in the demo, I was shooting radar off the bridge. You lower the speed radar down below you. System has to do with how fast you want the vehicles to be detected speeding. So if it's a highway, you probably want to crank that up a little bit. Marker size has to do with the diameter size of the blue circle. Draw blip has to do with the dot that gets put on the minimap that it tracks the vehicle that was speeding. Block time has to do with how long the window is going to be on your screen to give you the proper information about the vehicle, the model, plate number, the speed they were going. The UI has to do with the boxes that get put on the screen, the model number, the plate number, the speed. The top one is going to be the window key. That has to do with the speeding vehicles or the vehicles that are going through the radar. And the speeding alert has to do with the vehicles that were tagged going speeding. You can raise this or lower this depending on the X and Y coordinates. These are going to be my settings. I like to do the toggle radar as F12. The toggle speed window for me is going to be the F10. The 4, 6, 8, and 2 can remain the same, as well as the radar up and down. I'll leave those alone. For the system of the radar itself, the fast speed, I'm going to crank it up to about 72 miles an hour, depending on the highway that I'm on. Marker size, I could probably leave that about 6.5 would be good. Draw blip, I'm going to leave it as true. Lock time, I'm going to change mine to 90 seconds. Allows me to catch up to the vehicle and memorize the plate and the model number of the vehicle itself. UI, I'm going to leave it alone for now, but I can also raise it or lower it depending on my preference. Then I'll come up here and then save it. Now, in order to load Simple Speed Radar, it's rather simple because it is a standalone plugin, which means that you do not even need to be on duty technically to be able to load the Simple Speed Radar. So we're going to press our F4 key for our Rage console, and we're going to type in load plugin, and then start typing in simple. And if you have Simple Control installed, just keep typing out speed. See how it's spelling it for us right there? Simple Speed Radar. Press the tab key. That way you get all the spelling correct. Press the enter key. And then it'll be loaded in rather simple, and then we're done. If you're already inside the game, there's no reason to unload LSPDFR. Leave the game running completely fine. Just press your F4 key and type in unload Simple Speed, and then you press tab key, press your enter key. It'll unload the plugin. Come back to your desktop. You can do Alt Tab or press your window key. Come back to your main game directory if you want to make some changes. Go back to your plugins, Go back down to simple speed radar, and you can make some changes right here. Maybe you want to make it at 65, for example, the speed. Come back up here and press save. Go back into the game and then load the plugin again. Load plugin, simple speed. It'll spell it out for you. Press tab and press enter, and it will reload the plugin for you. Now, if you really like the simple speed radar and you really want to have the game load it for you every single time, no matter what, which is not something that I would advise, but if you really want to do that, go to your Rage shortcut key right here. That's what's inside your main game directory. I'm going to hold down my shift key. I'm going to double tap Rage Hook, and it's right here. This is your Rage menu. Make sure your plugin timeout threshold says 60,000. Highly recommend that. It allows Rage Hook to load all your plugins better. Plugins, and this is mine. I have a lot of plugins installed. I have a ton of them. And I don't have the game load anything for me. I like to load it myself inside the game. But if you want to have the Rage Hook load it for you, you can say load these plugins on startup. And if you want to have like maybe LSPD first response loaded, if you want to have the simple speed radar, you can also check that off. And then you can save and launch. That way it will remember your settings the next time you fire up Rage Hook. As the recording of this video, it's June 27th, 2024. This is version 1.5. I'm sure Able Gaming is going to be updating this particular mod, but if he has not updated this part, I would really love him to add a menu system inside the game. That way we can manipulate the speed is the most important thing. That way we don't have to unload the plugin and then alt tab out of the game, go to the config, make changes, and go back into the game and then reload it again. I'm sure most of you probably feel the same way. And we can adjust the speed, and also we can adjust the circle size of the blue diameter of the radar itself. Maybe a few other keybinds would be kind of cool. And maybe the lock time, things like that. That will go ahead and wrap up today's video. If you still like LSPDFR, let me know you're out there. Log into YouTube before me. I love you guys for doing that. And then just like the video. If you like what you see, leave a comment down below. You guys take care, and we'll see you in the next patrol. Stay safe. Just in case you're wondering, it actually does work with trains as well. And then it also does the freight cars too, to the tanker car. And it actually gives a plate number. How crazy is that, right? Oh no. I'm sorry I had to break into the video. I've never, this guy's still falling.